Hello and welcome to my video about why I love my Micromonsta. I think this is one of the most interesting VA synths that is out right now. It's made by a fairly unknown company, Audiothingies, and today I would like to show you why I think it's such a great synth. So immediately when you turn on the device, you are greeted with the Overheim preset, and just a quick demonstration of how that sounds. So it indeed has that Overheim sort of like of sound, the glassy filter type sound. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I think that sounds really great, and you don't see that a lot in other soft synths or other VA synths. So that is really cool. Now let's have a look at when you make a completely new patch. I'll go to the load and load a blank program. There's no option to make a clean preset otherwise, maybe later in another firmware, but here we go. So here we have a basic square, and yeah, the filters just sound lovely on it. Let me have a look. Lots of low end, no stepping in the filters. Sounds great. We have several different types of filters: low pass, 4-pole, 3-pole, 2-pole, 1-pole, and high pass, band pass, notch, and phaser. Let's pick a few of them. Band pass filter. Two-pole low pass. And in the filter section we can also set, for instance, the keyboard tracking a little bit higher. That means when I go up on the notes on the keyboard, the filter gets opened up too, so the higher notes will sound a little brighter. Okay. We also, of course, have envelopes to shape the sound. Let's add a little filter envelope to it. And when we go to the envelope section, we can adjust the attack, decay, sustain, release parameters of the envelopes. The first one is for the VCA. So let's turn up the release a little bit. And the second one is for the filter. And what have we got more? Of course, we have several oscillator types. This is just the square, and we have all the normal types like a triangle and a saw. But there are also wavetables and other cool kind of sounds in it. So let's have a look. Super saw types. So when I turn up the shape knob, You hear the supersaw type of sounds, and LFO1 is wired to the shape of that. So you can also... So the LFO is increasing and decreasing the amount of voices this supersaw gets. There are also sync type oscillators. I'll turn this a little bit down. So you can create kind of sync sounds with it. And also the LFO can be this. Let's make it a little bit slower, the LFO. And here you can see we also have a few different options on the LFO, like delay and attack. So if I increase the attack, you hear that the LFO is slightly increasing. I'll set the filter open so you can hear it more clear. So that is pretty cool. Then there are the resonant types. So here we can, by adjusting the shape of these type of oscillators, we can get a resonant-like sound. So let me see. So it really sounds like opening up a filter, but it's not a filter. It's just the shape of this oscillator. So that opens up cool possibilities because we only have one filter, but we can use the filter and the shape of this oscillator. So for instance, I can go to the filter and make it a phaser. Or a notch. And you see this type of oscillator is quite soft, so we could go to the mixer and open up the VCA a little bit more. Okay, I turn it down because the other ones are a little louder. And then we have the real wavetable oscillators. And there are a lot more. So let's stick to this one and see what we can do with it. Another very cool option is the voicing. You can pan the voices for every key you hit. It adjusts the panning of that key. So if I play a few keys, then you will see that some notes come more out of the left channel and other one more out of the right channel. which can give a really broad, nice stereo spectrum. That works. And we also have Unison. So now 4 voices are used at once to generate the tone. We can detune those a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. So we only have used one oscillator. There is a second one. We can also bring that one in. And yeah, we just turn up the mix a little bit. This is a normal saw wave. And let's bring it up half an octave. And you see a tiny difference that envelope 3 here is hardwired to the shape. And on oscillator 1 it was the LFO that was on the shape. So without going to the mod matrix, we can shape the oscillator with envelope 3 now. Let's choose something like a supersaw and adjust the envelope. And then we go to envelope 3. Make it rise to full. Let's see what happens now. So the wavetable is using the LFO to scan through its waves, and the supersaw is slightly increasing its voices. Okay, cool. Of course, we can also bring in some effects. One of my favorites is the mod delay. It's a delay which modulates the delay tabs, so in pitch. So it's kind of sounds like a reverby quality of the delays. I'll bring it up some more. That's a bit too much. So that sounds pretty big. Okay. Now what other cool tricks do we have? In the mixer section there's also a sub oscillator, a third oscillator. To add some extra bass. And when we press the oscillator button 3 times, we also get to the sub oscillator section here. So we can choose if it is a square or a saw or a triangle, and maybe 1 octave lower. And we can also mix in some noise. And we can adjust the color of the noise with this section. Cool. So another trick in the mixer, we have the ring mod. This is the ring mod. So it modulates the amplitude of oscillator 1 with oscillator 2, and it gets a little sharper sound. I'll turn down the other things so it's more apparent. Let's remove the modulations from the shape, and let's remove the noise and the sub. So now we have the tone. Okay, so sometimes it makes it a little brighter, more aggressive. Also, let's turn the filter a bit down. And then do it again. And when I adjust the tuning of the oscillators, then the ring mod will sound very different. So let's... Oh, the noise is still on. Let's go to the mixer. This is without the ring mod. This is with. And this is the fine tuning of the second oscillator. You can see that has a big impact on the ring mod. Okay. Still a lot of other cool stuff to do. We can go to the LFO page, and you can see here that it has a let's see, the filter is on LFO2, so let's go to LFO2, and we can set the shape to step. Now what this means is that we have a step function here, so shift oscillator goes to the step function, and here we have 8 steps we can dial in. I'll just dial in some random values. With this knob I go down a row, like this, and now when we go to the LFO, the LFO2 is now using the steps as the values for its LFO. So when we go to the filter, bring the cutoff a bit down and LFO2 amount a bit up, then we should get something sample and hold like. So it's stepping through the values, and we can even make the steps less abrupt. So we can use a lag scaler, so shift scaler, and then we can choose LFO2. So that's possible too. I'll turn the LFO on the filter a bit down. So there's one more feature I'd like to show, and that's the chords. So you can set chording on and then adjust the intervals of your chord. So when I press a note now, I get the 4 voices in these intervals. Let's turn the effects a bit down. If we use a normal delay, we can also set a cutoff value. And we also have a glide function on the global. And it also works with the chords, so that's really nice. So yeah, every time I play with this little monster, all kinds of cool sounds come up with it, and a lot of possibilities in such a small case, and it's quite affordable too. So yeah, I really like it. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below, and I hope you liked the video, and maybe till next time, bye bye.